I grew up in central Iowa. My dad was a country doctor, graduated med school from Iowa in 1960. My mom was an OB nurse, and together they delivered about half the town. I have 3 older adopted siblings who are at least 9 years older than I am. And my oldest, my sister, she's 13 years older than I am. And so she was almost like a mini mom when I was born. The biggest thing is, and it carried on all throughout her time, is that she was always the leader, the catalyst, the one that kept us together. Linda by nature was just passionate and just full of life in general, I would say. And that's the thing to describe her the most. She jumped into everything with vigor and 2 feet in. She wanted to do everything about it. She loved being outdoors, she loved dogs, she was a huge animal lover by far. That's the thing to know the most about Linda, is that she loved animals. She had a menagerie of animals. She always had at least 3 dogs and a whole bunch of cats. She volunteered at the local vet. Later on, when she passed, her t-shirts were made into dog toys by a local charity. At a conference actually in a different state, I was in a training conference in Washington, D.C., and I got a call while I was sitting outside enjoying my day saying that she had breast cancer. And I said, okay. And this was, I think, 2006 or so. The thing is our path in training is so long. I was still early enough in my career, I kind of knew what that meant, but I didn't really know the full ramifications of it. Growing up in a medical family, she knew better. I think she knew right away this was bad news. But the problem is that she waited so long. By the time she decided to finally get the courage to do it, and again, keeping this to herself, not telling any of us, that she'd already had a ton of positive nodes in her axilla. And this increased the chances that it had a chance to go elsewhere throughout her body, and that ultimately proved to be true later on. Whenever I do a talk about mammography, most people start talking about the breast cancer statistics and about it happens this much in things. The biggest thing I always say about breast cancer is it's everywhere. It happens, it touches everyone. It's absolutely everywhere. You know a neighbor who's had it, who has a family member who's had it. And that's why I'm so worried about the decreased screening intervals that people are recommending now. The task force in 2012, when they said that they didn't want to, when they said to cut back on screening, start age 50, go every 2 years, there was such blowback, they actually redacted it. My sister, when her breast cancer came back, and she was undergoing therapy, and then she was recovered from that and feeling better. Linda had said in the past she wanted to see the Grand Canyon. That's one of the things she wanted to do. And my wife just said, well, let's go. It's summertime, the kids are off school, let's just go. So a year ago we went to the Grand Canyon, and we made a big trip out of it, and it was fantastic. When Linda was passing, I'd seen death and I knew it was coming, and it was hard, but it was actually, when she was in the hospital, she checked into the hospital for what I thought was just going to be kind of a little bit of a tune-up, but it ended up she never left. I've always cared. I care even more now.